Nicholas Cruz, Coldsteel Cruz, El Goblino de Educación Especial. The police are 56% certain that this gentleman is responsible for the Parkland shooting, a school shooting spree which claimed 17 victims in total. 17 people who met their end because some angsty shit wanted to be the edgiest person on earth. In fact, Nicholas Cruz is so goddamn edgy that he makes Dylan Klebold and Eric Harris look positively spherical. Now, a while back, I had done a video on another spree killer, a Randy Stair, somebody who wanted to be reincarnated as a transsexual cartoon ghost girl. And the way he went about that was murdering his coworkers at the grocery store, because of course, that's how you become a cartoon character, with the blood of the innocent. Now, at the end of the video about Randy Stair, I'd given my opinion on how to deal with these kinds of individuals. I'd said that mockery and shame was the best approach, and that's an opinion I still hold true to. A vast majority of these spree killers, of these school shooters, want to leave behind a legacy. They want to be infamous for having done this. They want their name to be out there. They want to be talked about. And when you look at early coverage of school shooters going back to Columbine, it was a very somber approach, talking about how tragic it was and how terrible it was. And that image of those two shooters, the clothes they wore, the attitude they had, what they had gone and done, became ingrained in our society. In our popular culture, in our movies, in our television, it was referenced and known. And so a lot of these individuals that grew up to want to emulate that looked up to them because the coverage they had received is something that they themselves wanted as well. Well, I say the easiest way to deal with something like that is to make sure the legacy they leave behind is so tarnished as the ass end of every joke on the internet that nobody seeks to emulate it, at least for that reason. Now, I'm not saying that's going to end spree killings or school shootings. That would be ludicrous. But at least it taints it a little bit for them, makes them perhaps think twice about it. And what exactly is it they'll be thinking twice about? Well, that's what brings us to the subject of this video. In fact, I need to thank the exceptional individual that is Nicholas Cruz, because without watching this, I probably would have left these videos as one-offs. Now, I had one planned for about a week out, about another school shooter that was defeated by a piece of furniture, and his online history. But after this Nicholas Cruz video, I've decided, fuck it, I'm going to make it a series. I'm going to pursue my little theory that if you mock these idiots enough, if you look at the dumb shit they do and the stupid shit that they say and write, nobody is going to want to emulate it because they know the end result is going to be the internet picking it apart and laughing at them. Now, this isn't an in-depth video into good old Coldsteel. That's going to wait until after his trial. I'm going to see how that turns out before I really cover everything, and there's a lot to cover. From law enforcement being aware of him being a risk for 2 years prior to the shooting, or the FBI being alerted at the end of 2017 and at the beginning of 2018 and failing to pursue it, about how his classmates and people in the community knew it was him before anybody listed him as a suspect. They just instantly fucking knew this guy gave off that vibe. His behavior was so bizarre, so antisocial, that they fucking knew it was him. But that will wait for another day. I want to present to you the cringiest shit I've ever heard come from somebody that wants to massacre people. You have to hear this, because it puts it into a whole new perspective. This isn't some badass that killed a bunch of fucking people. This isn't some lost, hurt little boy that couldn't find a friend. This is a sped. He is a fucking spurg. And when you hear this audio, when you see these videos, it really helps to paint a better picture of just who Coldsteel Cruz really was.
Hello, my name is Nick, and I'm going to be the next school shooter of 2018. My goal is at least 20 people with an AR-15 and a couple tracer rounds. I think I can get done. Location is Stone Douglas in Parkland, Florida. It's going to be a big event. And when you see me on the news, you'll all know who I am. You're all going to die. Pew, 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 pew.
A pew 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 pew. Maybe he's working on a cartoon about a group of friends living together in the inner city, or he just outright stole it. But it gets much better. Our little attention whore here really goes full off the fucking spectrum.
Today is the day that it all begins. The day of my massacre shall begin. All the kids in school will run in fear and hide. From the wrath of my power they will know who I am. I am nothing, I am no one. My life is nothing and meaningless.
My name is not important. What is important is what I'm going to do. I just fucking hate this world and these human worms feasting on its carcass.
They will run and hide from my power. I am darkness incarnate. Why do they all have that voice? It's a very specific tenor, timbre, and tone that just I don't know how to pin it down. I thought this was a joke at first. I thought there's no way somebody's going to go kill a bunch of people, and this is their manifesto. This is what they leave behind for the world. Just fucking listen to this.
Everything that I hold dear, I let go beyond your half. Every day I see the world ending another day. I live a lone life, live in seclusion and solitude. I hate everyone and everything. With the power of my AR, you will all know who I am. I had enough of being told what to do and when to do. I had enough of telling me that I'm an idiot and a dumbass. But in real life, you're all the dumbass.
The reason that bad things happen to you is because you're a dumbass.
My love for you, Angie, will never go away. I hope to see you in the afterlife. When one day or another, you will end and we'll all die.
Nothing gets a chick hornier than killing a school full of children. Just work that into your game. Nice pickup line there, Elliot. Letting Angie know that it was all for her. I love you, Angie. Look at all the school children that I killed.
You're gonna say, you got about 10 seconds to show me that hole. Because this gorilla dick daddy's hungry. And if you don't blow me right, I might kill you.
This is a man that knows his pickup game. And he's a man that knows how to be picked up. Because when you're planning on killing a school full of people, why not take an Uber?
So here's the plan. I'm gonna go take an Uber in the afternoon before 2:40. From there, I'll go onto school campus, walk up the stairs, unload my bags, and get my AR and shoot people down at the main courtyard.
So that's a collection of snippets from Coldsteel's phone. That's something the prosecutor's office put out there, and I have a feeling a lot more of it's going to be coming out as the trial progresses. And it really makes me wonder if he has videos somewhere out there in the ether, if there are YouTube channels that are undiscovered, because holy shit, what a fucking sped. So try to keep these videos in mind every time he's brought up. Every time you see him in a news article or on television on CNN, every time the trial gets talked about, that is the guy that said shit like this.
Today is the day that it all begins. The day of my massacre shall begin.
That went and massacred a fucking school. He deserves no pity. I don't care what his fucking sob story is. This sounded like he took a 13-year-old's live journal from 2003 and read it off as his manifesto just for the laughs of it. It's really hard to wrap your mind around that being a serious statement. But it is. So thank you very much, Coldsteel. You've inspired me to turn this into a series. I look forward to doing a video on you when you're found guilty. I already hear you've been crying in the courtroom when people look at you. If you're unaware of that, he has been. If you look at him for too long in the courtroom, he starts to cry. So good luck in prison, buddy. You better hope they give you the death sentence, because I don't think you can get away from your cellmate looking at you. And crying in the corner isn't going to set the best first impression in fucking Leavenworth.